Hi, I'm Daniel Mettler from TUSIC here in Switzerland, and I'm really excited to show you our new free solution for solving one of the biggest problems in DotNetNuke, content design. Because as you all know, most people when they start with a website, they think it's going to look sexy, something like this, or something like this, or something like this. But in reality, usually once it goes live, it ends up looking more like this, or like this, and it's usually more appalling than appealing. And people don't do this on purpose. The problem is actually in the HTML component, which mixes both the layout of the content as well as the content itself, and actually requires really rocket science know-how of HTML to work. You can't give it to a secretary. Even the plain vanilla content in the DotNetNuke installation that you see here needed a web designer to put in this bike, because if you look at the content, it looks standard, but there's some divs here which make things work, which no secretary could put in. So in other words, controlling the layout with this CSS in the word editor may look nice, but it's one of the biggest problems in DotNetNuke, and it really makes almost every website look nasty. And people would rather have it look like this, for example, with nice boxes and stuff, or elements like this. But they're so hard to make if you're not a web designer. And so we're really happy to be able to present to you Too Sexy Content, our new free module for helping you create really sexy content really easily and being able to hand it off to your secretary.
I'm too sexy for my love, too sexy for my love, love's gone.
So just like in a real life scenario, I'll start with a blank page, and I'll pretend I'm the secretary that needs to kind of update or insert new content, but content that should be sexy. So we'll go to the modules and add a module called Too Sexy Content. And we'll see that the first thing it asks us is to choose a template, in which case we'll probably want to add an intro. But if we wanted to, we might also say we'd like to have a content block with the image on the left side, or maybe even we might want to add an employee. The special thing about this is that the module knows what it's showing, and depending on what content type you choose, you get a different input mask to enter your data. So realistically for this scenario, let's say she would like to add an intro. Again, you'll see for the intro she has other fields than she just did before. And to make things a bit more realistic, we're going to add a few more modules. We're going to add another sexy content on the left pane. Here we would like to have some text and image with, yep, like that. And we would also like to add a contact person on the right pane. Here again we'll say we'll choose a user. We will use a Zoombox user, which, and this is the nice thing, since the templates are not done in HTML but prepared by a web designer in the background, we can also add interactions and things like that that the user cannot break. So I'll now go and edit this user. I'll put myself in it for now. And I'll add the address because I'd like to show you another component in a second. I will also add my picture using the standard DotNetNuke picture picker, and add this user. You can see I automatically have my user in here. The selection bar, by the way, disappeared because it doesn't need it anymore. I've already entered data, I can't change it anymore. And I will now add a Google map under my address that will also show my address. This is actually done because you can easily choose a template and then decide to actually use an existing content. So I will say I will go to the two sexy content settings. I still use the template we just chose, but I'm going to say I would like to use the last entered record. And now both controls are actually referencing the same information. If I would go and manage the content here, I would be editing the same record as I just did before. So you can see two sexy content will solve most content problems available in DotNetNuke. It should make everything look really, really nice really quickly, and allows us to do things never possible before with DotNetNuke. So thanks for watching. If you really, really enjoyed what you saw, and I do hope so, then please leave us a note. Please also register so we can update you as soon as the module is installable. And please spread the word. Tweet about this, tell everybody. Thank you, and bye-bye. This is Daniel Mettler, 26 Switzerland.
My love's going to leave me, and I'm too sexy for this song.